Sup guys, it's Rifftic, and this is going to be a more serious video. Basically just me giving you guys my thoughts on the current state of PvP and why so many people are just quitting the game. There's a lot of issues with the game that have been there since launch, but ultimately I've sort of narrowed down the list to two main ones, and that is number one, there's a lack of incentive, and number two, there's a lack of moderation. The first one is pretty easy to understand. Basically, there's no reason to play the game. After you get Grand Marshal for the first time, there's essentially no reason to play it ever again. Now, don't get me wrong, the first rewards you get for hitting Grand Marshal are great. You get a unique mount, unique title, and two unique accessories, all of which are completely exclusive to PvP. It's great, and you saw a lot of people getting Grand Marshal, even if it was just 1 star during the first season, and the game just felt a lot more alive and thriving. But now that it's the second season and the rewards are basically non-existent, the only thing you get is the Dark Crystals, which, by the way, the difference between a Commander's Dark Crystals that you get for getting Commander and Grand Marshal is 150 Dark Crystals. That's 1 summon for getting the highest rank in the game. 1 summon per month. Don't make me fucking laugh. It's an absolute joke. So yeah, there's no reason to play PvP. This is a pretty simple fix, to be honest. All you have to do is just give us something, like literally anything. I don't even care if it's like reskins of different mounts or like maybe even like unique, like a unique mount color for the Dust Wheeler. That would even be fine. Like literally just give us anything. Like I have a lot of ideas of different things they could give us, but ultimately anything would suffice. Even if they decided to just like change the rewards that you get for the first time rewards, and just change them into more Dark Crystals for like subsequent times that you get Grand Marshal, that would be good. Moral of the story is just give us literally anything. So yeah, that's it for the first one. The second one is a lot more of a difficult issue to cover, and that is the game is so easy to hack. Literally anyone can just install software on their computer and just hack the game. Like I'm pretty sure I've talked to like a couple different hackers. They've like been in Discords that I'm in. They pay a subscription of like $10 a month and they could just fly around and like have infinite cooldowns. And there's nothing like Tower Fantasy can really do, because the way they coded their game, basically everything is client side instead of server side, which literally every other multiplayer game is. I still don't understand this. It was kind of doomed to fail like from the very beginning. But now that there's like fewer people queuing, it just means you're like running into hackers more and more often. So it's always been a problem, and I think it always will be a problem, but it's only more noticeable now than it was early on. The only solutions that I see to this problem are just to basically increase their moderation and just like let down the ban hammer on these guys, because it's so discouraging seeing like at the top of your server as a hacker for like 2 weeks, because they're only rolling out these ban waves like once every 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks you're going against these same hackers over and over and over again in PvP. It's ridiculous. So this has been a really big point for me, and a big point why I personally have like sort of fallen out of love with the game. It's really frustrating, but to be honest, I don't really see them fixing this unless they start implementing like some sort of like an auto ban system, or like automatically ban after a certain amount of reports, which that can get abused as well. But there's no real solution to this problem. It's just really frustrating to see. But all of that to say, what does this mean for me? What does this mean for the channel? That's the next thing I want to cover. I'm not going to quit Tower Fantasy PvP. I started my channel with this and I really enjoy it. Like I like playing Tower Fantasy PvP. The only issue is I can't play the game. It's a little bit hard to make content when every time you queue, there's a chance of going against 3 people. So every time I press the queue button, I queue against the same exact 3 people over and over again. 2 of these people are hacking. That gives me a 66% chance of just insta-losing no matter what I do. So yeah, great game, cool. Pretty fun to make content on a game that you can't fucking play. So yeah, that's been very difficult for me, and really just been sort of a turnoff in general. Again, I'm not going to quit Tower of Fantasy. I'm still going to upload videos when new content comes out, but I'm looking to sort of expand my scope a little bit, maybe branch out into some other gacha, possibly more gacha coverage. I know this isn't what you guys want to hear. Like, I know from a viewer's perspective, it's annoying when whatever channel you're following suddenly decides like, oh, I'm going to start making a different kind of content. So if you decide to unsubscribe and leave an angry comment, I understand. But I would just like to say thank you for supporting me thus far. And for those of you who do decide to stick around, I really, really do appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to making more content for you guys in the gacha realm. This channel is going to be gacha based. I do have a focus. I'm not going to be making some like random bullshit about, I don't know, fucking Call of Duty or some shit. But I will be broadening my scope a little bit in terms of my content. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I hope it wasn't too critical about Tower of Fantasy. Again, I really do love the game and I want to see it succeed, but some of these issues I just don't really see getting resolved anytime soon. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and yep, that's about it. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.